If I were you. Hello, Sally. You're very late. What happened?
I'm so sorry. I would have been on time if the traffic hadn't been so bad.
I was so surprised when you called me yesterday and told me you wanted to come to the gym with me. I think that's fantastic.
You know, lately I felt so out of shape, so I want to change my lifestyle. And I want to lose weight too. If I hadn't gained so much weight, I would have been more energetic. I know you are an expert in this, so if you have any advice for me, I'll be happy to listen.
Well, if you didn't eat so many sweets anymore, you would definitely lose weight.
You're right. I have been eating too many sweets lately, almost every day. And I know that if you eat too many sweets, you gain weight.
You should also try to avoid junk food. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables. You'll not get enough vitamins if you don't eat fresh fruit.
If I drank packaged juice instead of eating fruits and vegetables, would that be enough?
I wouldn't drink packaged juice if I were you. It has lots of sugar. If you want to be in good shape, exercise at least 2 times a week. Do you practice any sport?
Not anymore. I used to go to the swimming pool a few years ago. If I could work out twice a week, that would be awesome. So, workout, lots of fruits and veggies, no junk food. What else should I do?
You need to get enough rest if you want to stay healthy. Do you get enough sleep?
I'm afraid not. I sleep only 5 or 6 hours a night. I watch TV until very late because I'm not sleepy at all.
Do you still drink cola in the evening?
Yes, I do.
If you didn't drink cola in the evening anymore, you would be sleepy.
Okay, I'll stop drinking cola in the evening. It's so much effort to make. If I don't lose weight, I will be disappointed. If I lost weight, I would be happier and more energetic. Have I told you that I want to apply to the Academy of Dramatic Arts and become an actress?
No, you haven't. That sounds awesome.
That's why I need to be healthy and fit and look good.
If you were a famous actress, what type of movies would you like to act in?
If I were to act in a movie, I would like it to be an action movie. The only problem is that my dad is not supportive. He said that if I became an actress, he would be very disappointed.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
What would you do if you were in my place?
Well, if I were you, I would try to change his mind. If your dad sees how important this is to you, he might accept it finally. If I'd had any acting skills, I would have considered becoming an actress too.
So what are you going to do after you graduate high school?
I would like to become an air hostess. If I were an air hostess, I could visit so many interesting countries and people, and I would have such a thrilling life. But if I travelled so much, I wouldn't have time for my family. I want to get married one day and have kids. How could I take care of my kids if I were not home?
You would have many days off, so that you could spend time with your family, you know.
You're right. I have to think more about this. So how about running together tomorrow morning through the park?
Oh, if I can wake up early enough, I will come.
If you go to bed early, you will be able to wake up.
Zero conditional. If you eat too many sweets, you gain weight. If you want to be in good shape, exercise twice a week. First conditional. You will not get enough vitamins if you don't eat fresh fruits. If I can wake up early enough, I will come. Second conditional. If you didn't eat so many sweets anymore, you would lose weight. I wouldn't drink packaged juice if I were you. Third conditional. I would have been on time if the traffic hadn't been so bad. If I hadn't gained so much weight, I would have been more energetic.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good morning, everyone.
Sorry to bother you.
Morning, teacher.
Morning, Dani. Let me get. Do I have this already? No. Who is here? Haveni, you're back.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Duda, Eduarda, I don't know you. Do I know you, Duda? Do I? I don't know. Eduardo? Are you there? Hi. Is it your first day? No, I don't remember your name. Folks, nice to see you again. I hope you had a great weekend. Dani, Duda, Lipe, Márcia, Paloma, Ravene, Roberta, Sophie. Fine. Galerinha, bom dia, então, de novo. O nosso assunto de hoje é Hypothetical Situations. Ok? Esse vídeo que vocês viram mais cedo, agora há pouco, né, que eu botei, mais cedo parece que eu botei o vídeo há 5 horas atrás, né? Esse vídeo que vocês viram agora, nem tem drama. É um pouco do início dessa história. Na semana passada, eu não sei... Não, eu acho que eu trabalhei isso com o pessoal do avançado. A gente... Não foi com vocês, não foi com a turma do avançado. Eu coloquei esse vídeo aqui para a gente conversar um pouquinho sobre esse tema, vocês entenderem mais ou menos do que se trata, mas eu já queria adiantar um assunto. Esse tópico de hypothetical situations a gente usa muito com condicional, tá? E as condicionais, elas têm várias camadas de profundidade, sabe? Da mais fácil a mais complicada, a mais difícil. Então, é um trabalhinho mais chato. Hoje, pelo que eu estou entendendo, a gente vai trabalhar somente com uma condicional, que era o que estava ali no vídeo, mais ou menos. Usando o simple past, os verbos não vão mudar muito. But, for us to start warming up, I would like, let me see. I would like Felipe to ask Dani, what would she do if she had a...
Hi, Danny. What would you do if you had a lot of money?
Hello. If I had a lot of money, I would travel the world.
Okay. Fine, thank you. Dani, ask Paloma, Where would she go if she could travel?
Paloma, if you could travel anywhere, where would you go?
You can hear me well.
Yes.
I am arriving my home. If have a money and could travel, I
If
will travel to Greece and the all of the countries of the Europe.
look, put every if I had money, I would travel.
Sorry, if I had money, I will travel.
Would. If I had money, I would travel.
If I had money, I will travel.
Não é will. Você tá falando will de futuro. Eu quero would. Eu quero isso aqui, ó.
Okay, sorry, teacher.
If I had money, I would travel. Ok? É essa construção que a gente vai treinar aqui. Well, last question. Roberta, can you ask Sophie this question? Question 3?
Yes. What would you change in your daily routine if you had more time?
I would change in my daily routine if I had more time is maybe study more English. And I think it's this. Yes,
So I would study more English
I would study more English. Yes,
if I had more time.
if I had more time.
Okay, thank you. So guys, whenever we are talking about this kind of situation, especially in class, right? I may give you commands like imagine or let's pretend, blah, blah, blah. So some keywords for this topic would be imagine, possible, situation, choice, opportunity, everything that may be related to a hypothetical vocabulary. Okay? Instead, do you all know what is instead?
Not sure, teacher.
Ao invés?
Yes, thank you. So this is the situation, right? I would stay home instead. Então você vai escolher alguma coisa ao invés da outra, ok? É claro que aquela frase ali a gente está se tratando dentro de um contexto. Probably, maybe, this right here, if I were you. This is critical, okay? If I were teacher, yes, if I were you. Always, every time. Okay? In this situation where we are talking about hypothetical situations and especially using the second conditional, it is going to be like that, ok? Então, se alguém escolher botar was aqui nessa situação, vai estar errado. Ok? Moving forward.
Ok, porque explicou aquele vídeo, né? For a boy da Beyoncé.
Yeah. Sempre que vocês quiserem falar errado, lembre-se da Beyoncé. People, take a look at the text. Eu vou dar 2 minutinhos para vocês lerem o texto e entenderem as perguntas para a gente poder conversar, ok? Try to find the answers of the text and the answers for the questions inside the text, and then we can start talking. Can we go? Have you guys taken a look? Haveni, I want you to read the yellow part. Sophie, the green one. Paloma, the blue one. Roberta, pink one. And Dania, the purple one. Okay? You can start.
Many people enjoy thinking about what-if situations. These hypothetical ideas help us explore different possibilities in life.
Possibilities. Anne? Okay.
For
Who's the-
example, if someone won the lottery, they might travel the world or start a new job, new business. Others might choose to help their family or invest the money.
Hypothetical thinking is also useful for making decisions. If you imagine different outcomes, you can better understand your choice.
For instance, if you had 2 job offers, you might ask yourself which one would make you happier in the long term.
Even though these situations are not real, they help us learn more about our goals, values, or priorities.
Values and priorities.
Values and priorities.
Priorities. Okay?
What?
Priorities.
Priorities. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So, what are the what-if situations, Pietra?
The what if situations are those situations that we only think about, like they're not real. You can think about different possibilities.
All right. Thank you. And according to the text, what might people do if they win the lottery, Felipe? I think he's not in. What might people do if they win the lottery, Havani?
Depends. For example, some people might travel the world or start a new business.
Business.
Others might choose to help their family or invest the money.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Also, according to the text, how can hypothetical thinking help in decision making, Dani?
If they imagine different outcomes, or they can better understand their choice.
Fine. Okay, thank you. Do you think imagining situations is helpful, Paloma?
It's about the test, né? Given about the testing.
No, now it's about you. Do you think imagining situations is helpful?
Yes, it's really helpful because you can imagine and you can know about your goals and values like he talked in the text. I think it's very very useful.
What would you do if you had 2 job offers, Roberta?
If I had to offer a job, I used to choose the one who helps me to improve my knowledge.
Wouldn't you consider the money?
Of course, the money will be the most important point about my decision.
Okay. Well, folks, thank you so much. All right. Guys, this is about grammar. Second conditional. Como eu conversei com vocês no início da aula, nós temos várias condicionais. Eu, particularmente, acho um tema bem difícil de tratar, dependendo da condicional que você está falando. E é um tema que eu acho que vai piorando muito a longo prazo. Mas eu acho assim, quanto pior está, maior vai ser a sua necessidade de interpretação do contexto. Por que eu quero dizer isso? Quando você vai chegando nas condicionais, onde você está usando, por exemplo, o particípio, você vai acabar tendo que usar verbo modal. Might, could, should, would. E o verbo modal são verbos onde eles vão caber em qualquer situação. Assim, você vai poder colocar tudo, nunca, não vai estar errado gramaticalmente, mas o sentido vai sempre mudar. Então, quando vocês começarem a tratar da terceira condicional, por exemplo, e colocar os verbos modais dentro das condicionais, vai ficar um bagulho estranho. Mas a gramática a gente pratica, a interpretação não. Não é o caso daqui de hoje, tá? Mas eu acho que é válido vocês pesquisarem e começarem a trabalhar, porque vai dar uma aquecida até que seja o momento de vocês aprenderem. E principalmente vocês vão reforçar essa interpretação de frases, de texto, de situações, que vai ser essencial para daqui para frente vocês trocarem e botarem os verbos modais ali, nas condicionais. Mas, falando sobre a condicional de hoje, que é a second conditional, ela é muito simples. E eu corrigi alguém, eu não lembro quem, no início da aula. Essa condicional sempre vai ter o passado normal com o would. Então não tem muito mistério. If I had more time, I would travel. Se eu tivesse mais tempo, eu viajaria. Eu tenho mais tempo? Não. Mas se eu tivesse, eu viajaria. Ponto. Então eu estou inventando aqui um mundo ideal para mim, uma situação. Ok? E ela é muito simples, ó. O verbo no passado, normal, não está no particípio, não precisa fazer nenhuma grande firula. E o que você faria? O would e o verbo principal, tá? If I had more time, I would travel. If she studied more, she would pass the exam. Se ela estudasse mais, ela passaria. Ela está estudando mais? Não, então provavelmente ela não vai passar. If we lived closer, we would meet more often. Moro mais perto de você? Não, mas se eu morasse, a gente se encontraria mais vezes. Fine, but I don't live close to you right now. Okay? So this is why we use the second conditional for imaginary or unlikely situations in the present or in the future. Very important point. We use were for all subjects in formal English. If I were you, if he were you. Gente, vai ser o were para todo mundo. Ok? Para ele, para ela. Anyway. Vai ser o were para todo mundo. Vocês conseguiram entender isso aqui? Alguém quer fazer alguma pergunta? Quer Quer reclamar? Fine. So, moving forward. Leap, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Leap, can you read the difference between the sentences?
Okay. Basic. I want to travel more. Hypothetical. If I had more money, I would travel more. Next. She doesn't study a lot. If she studied more, she would improve.
She would
Next.
improve.
She would improve. Next. I don't live near the beach. Hypothetical. If I lived near the beach, I would go every day.
Okay, thank you. So, you have a desire, you have a wish. You have a wish, and you're just expressing it as if it, what would you do if it were real? Okay? That said, I want you guys to pay attention to this. Percebam, cada número tem comando, tá? Number 1 you have to complete, number 2 you have to complete, number 3 you have to rewrite, number 5 you have to create a sentence. So each number has a specific direction. Okay? So take a look at it. I will be here, and then after some minutes we can start correct. Folks, are you done or do you need more time?
Done, teacher.
Okay. So, number one, pretty simple.
Yeah.
Number one,
If I had more time, I
If
would
I-
relax. If I had, I would relax more. More time, I would relax more.
por que você não botou have?
Porque a segunda condicional tem que colocar no passado. If I past simple. E depois a segunda sentença ali com would.
Alguém botou have?
Eu coloquei if I would have more time, I would relax more.
No. If I had more time. We do not use will for anything here. Will is only first conditional.
No, I didn't use will. I used would. If I would.
No, só tem would. If I had more time, I would do it. I would relax more. Você vai replicar a mesma estrutura na 2.
Okay.
If she
Studied harder. If she studied harder, she would pass the test.
Uhum. Ok. Alguém não botou studied? Dani, Paloma, Roberta. What did you guys put?
I put studied.
I put study too.
Okay.
Me too.
Fine. Okay. 3. Rewrite using the second conditional. Como ficaria essa frase na segunda condicional?
If I had money, I would travel.
If I had more money, travel.
What, Roberto?
If
Say it. Olha, quando você abre o microfone, às vezes eu não consigo escutar você.
if I had more money, I would travel.
Yes.
Na barra essencial, claro.
Yes. Eu não sei se eu falo para ela repetir ou se eu só aceito.
Now could you listen to me, teacher? It's okay?
Now I can't. I think. Vamos de novo. Vamos
I
de
think
novo.
my internet is interrupted. Okay.
Não vamos deixar eles sentirem o cheiro do desespero. Vai, vamos lá. Pegando. If I had more
If-
money.
I would travel.
Yes, ok.
Thanks God.
Toda hora cortava nessa parte. Aí, if I had more money, a primeira vez só saiu travel. Aí eu falei, hã? Aí depois você abriu e ficou mudo. Aí depois sumiu. Aí, if I had more money, aí travou. Eu falei, gente, não é possível. Calma. I'm going to solve this. If I had money, I would travel. Or if I had more money, I would travel. Essas variações também estão ok. 4. Complete.
If we lived closer, we would meet more often.
Alguém não botou lived?
Teacher,
Yes.
if we had lived,
No. Aqui não. Aqui não. Olha só. Se você fosse colocar o had lived, a gente teria que usar obrigatoriamente um verbo modal depois. E aí entra naquela condicional mais rebuscada que eu estava falando. Aí você teria que usar. A ideia seria mais ou menos assim. Se eu tivesse morado. Tá conseguindo entender? Se eu tivesse morado em lugar, alguma coisa teria acontecido. Ou seja, já é um passado que não dá para voltar e não tem como mudar mais. Se eu tivesse morado, se eu tivesse feito, eu fiz, eu morei, não, então morreu. Não é uma situação hipotética. Aí a gente já puxaria para essa condicional onde a gente usaria um verbo modal, um might, um may, um should, could, entendeu? Aí a segunda parte da frase a gente brincaria com o sentido que a gente quisesse. Mas aí, if I had lived, se eu tivesse morado, alguma coisa teria acontecido. Já passou, já mudou, não tem como a gente alterar mais essa situação.
Entendi. Obrigado.
So here, if we lived, se a gente morasse, if we lived closer, we would meet more often. Five, create a sentence, guys. Win the lottery. Win the lottery. Yes.
I put, if I won the lottery, I would work just for hobby.
If I won the lottery, I would work
just for hobby.
I
The animals when I won.
Mas olha, sabe o que eu acho que aconteceria comigo? Eu acho que eu, sim, trabalharia por hobby, mas eu ficaria muito mais chata para trabalhar. Porque eu não sei se isso acontece com vocês, mas pelo menos eu sou assim. Em momentos onde eu não tenho a obrigação de trabalhar, é que eu trabalho melhor. Às vezes a gente viaja, dá vontade de trabalhar, fazer tudo. Resolver aquela petição que está atrasada há 7 meses, fazer aquela... Tudo. Pelo menos eu sou assim. Quando eu tô fora de casa, eu tenho vontade de trabalhar igual uma louca. No momento que eu tô trabalhando, eu acho que eu seria... Tipo assim, não tenho nada pra fazer, eu vou trabalhar, eu vou perturbar alguém, entendeu? Eu acho que isso aconteceria comigo. I'm being really honest right now. I think I would do that.
Quando eu tô de longe do serviço, eu não quero nem saber de serviço.
It depends. Sorry. It depends. Sometimes I feel like this. Sometimes I feel like if I don't have the obligation to work, that's where I want to work. But I wanted to win the lottery, not to be rich. Not to be rich. I wanted to win the lottery so I would have my mind maybe cool, calm when it comes to future, like I'm gonna be good, everyone's gonna be good, I'm fine. I'm fine. I would do this. I wanted to win the lottery because of that.
Depois da mega da virada no Brasil, já chega.
Gente, que papelão foi aquilo, né? A mega da virada adiada.
Nunca mais leva meus R$2.
Que papelão foi aquilo, hein? Olha, mega da virada, minha sogra me falou, não vai ser hoje. Eu falei, o quê? Ai, que não deu tempo de computar. Aqui, ó, que não deu tempo. Gente, que loucura. Aquilo ali foi ridículo, né? Pelo amor de Deus. Por isso eu só jogo na Loto Fácil. E quando eu vejo que eu tô prestes a ir pro centro de reabilitação, eu paro de jogar na Loto Fácil. I swear, mas o máximo que eu ganhei na Loto Fácil foram R$6. Acho que R$12 que eu ganhei na Loto Fácil. Sendo que eu tinha gastado, tipo assim, 30. Falei, caraca. Não, eu vou ganhar na Loto Fácil um dia, gente. Eu vou ganhar na Loto Fácil e vou contar pra vocês que eu ganhei na Loto Fácil, ok? Só pra essa turma. I will. I will. I don't know when, but I will. Roleplay. Our situation is talking about life choices and hypothetical situations. So, Pietra, you might be A. And Ravene. Gente, eu acho esse nome maravilhoso. É literalmente dos Jovens Titãs. Help. Pietra, A. Ravene, B.
Okay.
Hey, have you ever thought about living in another country?
Yeah, I have. If I had the chance, I would move abroad.
Really? Where would you go?
I would probably go to Canada. What about you?
If I could choose, I would live in Italy.
That sounds amazing. What would you do there?
I would study and maybe work part-time.
Nice. If I moved, I would look for a better job.
Do you think it would be difficult?
Yes, but if I prepared it well, I would adapt it quickly.
True.
I would
Adapt it
quickly.
quickly.
True. If I were you, I would start planning now.
That's a good idea.
What would your family say?
They would probably support me.
Then you should definitely try.
Thank you. Folks, before I let you guys go, dando um rápido spoiler aqui, só para vocês entenderem a diferença do que a Dani trouxe. Vamos analisar rapidinho aqui. Esse vídeo é um vídeo de 3 minutos. Vamos conversar um pouquinho sobre esse vídeo aqui, onde a gente vai enxergar a diferença da segunda condicional para a terceira condicional. A terceira condicional já é mais rebuscada, puxando particípio, enfim, só para vocês terem uma ideia.
And in this video, we're looking at how to imagine a different past using something called the third conditional. Let's get started. I interviewed my colleagues in the office. First, I asked them how they got to work.
I got to work today by bus and then tube.
So Neil is at the office. He arrived on the underground train, the tube, but I asked him to think.
Your
Teacher.
mood, teacher.
I hate my life! Observação, como eles chamam o metrô? A gente no inglês fala subway, no inglês americano fala subway, né? No inglês britânico eles usam a palavra underground e o pior que eu acho meio louco isso, tube. Tube de tubo mesmo, uma coisa feia, horrorosa. But underground or tube, okay? Let me see if I can put on the subtitles.
Work today by bus and then tube.
So Neil is at the office. He arrived on the underground train, the tube, but I asked him to think back and imagine a different scenario. What would you have done if the tube had been cancelled?
Deixa eu dar uma pausa. Aqui ela tá querendo saber, olha a estrutura, preste atenção. Eu tô usando would, eu tô usando have, eu tô usando done, ou seja, não é nem did, eu tô usando do no particípio com a construção inteira, né, have done, mais o verbo modal. E a segunda parte da frase, eu ainda estou usando had been cancelled. Então, eu ainda estou colocando mais ali um particípio. Então, a estrutura da terceira condicional, ela é bem rebuscada. Entendeu? O que você teria feito se o metrô tivesse sido cancelado. Então, é uma situação hipotética ainda 40 mil vezes pior do que a gente está vendo aqui agora. É um assunto para que a gente vai tratar agora, hoje? Não, mas eu só quero que vocês entendam a diferença de situações, tá? Se eu falo, se eu tivesse mais dinheiro, eu andaria de carro ao invés de metrô. É diferente do que você teria feito se o metrô tivesse sido cancelado. Então, é muito diferente. Tá? A pergunta é diferente, a resposta é diferente, é um drama bem mais dramático.
Well, if the tube had been cancelled, I would have got a bus a bit further and then got a train.
Então, se o metrô tivesse sido cancelado, eu teria blá, 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 blá. Vocês estão conseguindo ver a diferença disso aqui? O drama na pergunta, na resposta? Então, é muito mais de enlouquecer.
So again, Neil arrived at the office successfully on the tube because the tubes were not cancelled. But we're imagining a hypothetical situation where the tubes were cancelled, and Neil has to imagine the consequences of that and what he would have done instead. Now, Phil took the overground train to work, but I asked him what he would have done if the trains had been cancelled.
Look, underground, subway, overground in British English would be the train. Okay? So one more difference between American and British English.
And Phil's response is very fast, but you've got the subtitles there to help you.
If the train had been cancelled, I would have got a different train, which means I'd have to get 2 trains, and it takes about an extra 15-20 minutes.
Quick note on pronunciation there. So usually we shorten I would have got to would have got, but Phil shortens it even more to I woulda got. So the third conditional is for imagining a different past, which means it's useful for talking about regrets, things we wish we could change about the past. I asked my colleagues what they regretted.
So I had a friend in primary school and now she has children, but I'm not in touch with her. So yeah, I wish that I'd stayed in touch with her. If I'd stayed in touch with her, then I would have known her children. It would have been nice to know her kids, but I don't.
Beth says she wishes she'd stayed in touch with her friend because if she had stayed in touch with her friend, she would have known her children.
Aqui, por exemplo, a gente já não está mais trabalhando com uma hipótese do passado. A gente está falando de uma coisa que foi aonde a Dani puxou, alguma coisa que já aconteceu, eu não posso mudar e eu me arrependo. Tá? Então, aquela moça ali, qual é o desejo dela? Ela deseja que ela tivesse ficado em contato com a amiga dela. Porque se ela tivesse ficado em contato, ela teria conhecido os filhos da amiga de infância. Ela ficou em contato? Não. Ela conheceu os filhos dela? Não. Então, acabou. É um arrependimento. Conseguiu ver, Dani, mais ou menos aquilo que eu estava falando mais cedo?
So we have a typical third conditional structure with an if clause and a result clause, and then we have this other common structure where we use wish to express that we want something to be different. Let's hear more examples.
This is a regret that a lot of people probably have, but I wish I had studied harder at school.
I wish I'd travelled to more countries on my gap year.
Lastly, we can use the third conditional to blame someone for something they did.
Why weren't you at the meeting?
Because you didn't tell me about it. If you told me about it, I would have been there.
George is saying that it's Andrew's fault that he didn't go to the meeting because Andrew didn't tell George about the meeting. Now, pause the video and think about which structures are used to make a third conditional.
So guys, this is the structure of third conditional, okay? If clause and the main clause. You are going to use the past perfect and would. Okay? You're going to use the past perfect and would. This is how you're going to divide it. Okay? Again, this is not the topic of the class, but I feel like every time we have a chance to get to know something different or something new, we have to do it. Okay? So this was just a brief spoiler on what's there to come. As you can see, you have material to study. It's not always okay, I have a good communication skill, I know how to communicate, I know how to live there, but how deep can you improve your grammar? How deep can you improve your grammar? Eu sempre falo para os meus alunos avançados que se eles dominam as condicionais, para mim não tem mais nada que fale assim, pô, essa pessoa ela tem mais o que aprender. Porque quando você domina as condicionais, não é possível que tenha algo pior para você aprender do que isso aqui. I think this is pretty complex. Envolvem muitas estruturas, envolvem tempos verbais, envolvem verbos modais, envolve a sua capacidade de raciocínio, de causa e consequência. So this is why I tell my students, if you are an English student and you know how to just do the conditionals by heart, se você fala as condicionais assim, consegue falar sem pensar, entendeu? Sem piscar, this is the time where you know that you guys are already advanced. Okay? This is my perspective from being an English teacher. Okay? There is absolutely nothing else that you can master that it is as hard and mixes more situations than conditionals. Hi, Pietra.
Teacher, at the result, the second one, the second phrase, how can I say this word, this contraction, would plus have? Would have.
I would have known. I would suggest that you slightly put an A, like would have known. You know,
Would
like
have known.
slightly put on an A. I would have known her kids. I would have been there. I would tell you to slightly add an A there just to sound better. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
But folks, I'm gonna let you go now. I really appreciate you guys coming. I know sometimes it's hard to come because it's Monday and you guys are tired from the weekend. And then on Friday, you're looking forward to the weekend. So thank you for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I hope you have a great day of work. God bless you all. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.